Hi everybody, welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews.
Countdown to Christmas continues.
Weekend number 4, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're right on that.
Yeah, sure.
Today we are reviewing
Everything Christmas.
Starring Cindy Busby, Corey Sevier, Catherine Burrell, and Matt Wells.
This was written by T. Booker James. Some other credits include Feeling Butterflies.
Hated it.
Jesus.
I hated that one.
A Welcome Christmas and Fit for a Prince.
The director here is Marnie Bank. Some other credits include A Match for a Prince, Love Hacks, and no other Hallmark credits.
No.
A bunch of other stuff, TV shows and stuff like that.
Yeah. So what's this one about?
Christmas enthusiast Lori Jo
Oh, hate it. Oh, sorry.
embarks on an epic 3-day road trip with her workaholic best friend, Victoria, to the town where it's Christmas all year round. They run into handsome, like-minded strangers, Zach and Jason.
Random. Sorry for interrupting. That name, Lori
LJ.
Jo.
It's LJ.
I know.
She goes by LJ, yes.
For very good reason.
Yeah.
So, what do we think?
First off, because this is probably the only thing I took away from this movie, did you ever think that a Hallmark movie would quote Henry Rollins?
No.
I mean, the quote was about insanity.
You need a little bit of insanity to do great things. Henry Rollins.
So if that's the only thing that stood out for me, I think you know where we're going with this.
I guess so.
So for a road trip movie, you know, one would expect some meandering to occur. I mean, that's what it literally means. But when the plot is the thing that meanders most, then I think we have a problem. I just felt like nothing came together here in a nice, cohesive way. Like it felt like there was no real focus to the story. And there were just like certain choices were odd, from like plot points to character development or lack thereof, really.
Yeah.
You know, granted, there was magic, and we love Christmas magic. And you know, they probably could have had something really special with like a town that celebrates Christmas all year round, but they didn't lean to it as much as I hoped they would. They were just shy of going that extra mile with the magic. When you have magic, you need to go for it.
Well, yeah, but they also ended up, like, they pulled out the magic carpet from underneath us because all the magic they were
That's
making
true.
us believe it was, it just ended up being this old grifty magician. Like, better check your
Weird.
wallets, everybody.
Exactly.
It just felt bad at the end. Like, I was like, oh.
It was strange.
Yeah, it left me feeling, like, weird.
Icky. It was like kind of a, oh, who is this creeper? I thought he was a creeper.
Way to ruin magic.
I think they should have just gone all the way to Yuletide Springs and just stayed there and have all the magical things happen there. Like, why did we have to stop off in the other towns?
I don't know. It was too random.
You know, I felt like by having these stops, it took away from not only the time spent in Yuletide Springs, but the magic that could have happened there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but then the other places were Christmassy and magical anyway.
Yeah,
so-
Gingerbread Glen. It's like, okay.
And arguably just as Christmassy as the
Arguably
other
more.
places.
Gingerbread Glen, hello.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was also just sort of confusing. Like, from the second they got hijacked by, like, jolly old Saint Trick.
The infamous red truck, though. We do like to see the red
of course.
truck. Yeah.
This movie lost any, like, sense of momentum or direction. It was just kind of, like, on a random...
The whole movie was random.
Which, when you see what they did at the end, like the everything everywhere all at once thing,
Don't even start with
I
that.
know, but it was like, oh, really?
I mean, it
That's
was
what you were
obvious.
going
It was
for with
obvious that they went there with that little like anagram thing.
Yeah,
but,
we'll get to that, but...
I felt that there was a lack of chemistry between Corey and LJ.
Yeah, but not
They
for a
weren't
lack
even-
of trying. Like, right from the beginning, they were basically in love. It was like...
And then Corey disappears for like a good chunk of the movie.
There was no tension whatsoever with their characters, so it like the whole thing felt a little tacked on, really tacked on. Like, it didn't feel
Yeah.
important.
I was more invested in Tori and Jason's connection. I felt that they had better chemistry, actually. And yeah, the Santa, I just have some commentary about the Santa. You have this like kind of creepy Jedi Santa guy who ends up being Chris Bronstad. I mean, that adds to the creepiness of it. And then he was like manipulating the town. He was just this like illusionist parading around as Santa. It felt strange. I know it was supposed to feel wholesome and magical and whimsical and Christmassy. Granted, we did get Christmas in this one, okay? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure.
There was a
for
Christmas
sure.
feeling.
But they missed the mark with that
But
character, I think.
the character was oddly presented and oddly written. good performance. He did a good job, the actor, but I don't think it was written.
Yeah, he
well.
did. Actually,
there's
he
some
was.
holes there.
Oh, for sure. It was odd.
So I also just want to comment on something. So okay, I think there are two people who watch Hallmark movies. You know, there's Group A, one very large group that watches Hallmark movies for the charm, the comfort, the joyful feelings, and that's it. You know, they see a Santa, they see like a Christmas tree, they see some sweet characters, nothing controversial or too modern, and then they love it. They just like, this is a great movie. I love this movie, best movie, you know? And then there's this other group, Group B, that wants all of those feelings, but is open to something new and fresh. But above all, they want to see some sort of artistic merit to the filmmaking. Good story, great writing, moving, meaningful performances, good pacing, well thought out plot details. Like, both can exist. The feels and the merit, they can exist. Even in Hallmark movies, we've seen it. But then Group A just gets the feels and it's like, oh, this is like the best movie ever. I don't know, I find it a little...
I mean, of course they can both happen, but it's a little subjective to the person watching. If it made them feel warm and fuzzy, more importantly to Group A is not offended. And unfortunately, if you're offended by like anything, like or everything,
some people are a bit too sensitive, though.
Well, of course. You also have to remember, for the most part, the people who liked this one haven't liked any of the other movies this year. So
that's also very telling, because there have been some good ones.
Well, of course, I know, but it's not for everybody. It doesn't matter. Nothing's for everybody.
I understand that. I just wanted to kind of say that. Some of the comments I was seeing.
I mean, I saw a few posts saying, people saying this was the best one of the year. I'm like, yikes.
I was actually shocked.
I can't do that.
I was shocked when I read that. I was like, really? Maybe we're missing something. Maybe I'm missing something.
No,
honestly,
honestly,
movies are subjective anyway.
It did start out a little cute, and I was like, I can jump on board with it.
I started off liking it. You know why?
Something weird.
I loved the office scene with her desk being the only one completely overly decorated with Christmas, juxtaposed with everyone else in this sterile office. I was like, oh wow, we actually have a character obsessed with Christmas. We don't actually see that often. And that's a fun idea. Okay, let's see where this goes. After about 10, 15 minutes, I could see the fall. I could see the downhill.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Also, I think Cindy's character was quite annoying. She isn't 12. It's okay to like a guy and find someone cute. You know, she seemed like a little shy girl in the car with Tori when she had a hard time admitting that. Like, she couldn't admit that, you know, what's-his-face was cute.
Yeah, it was a little childish.
I was very disappointed in this one. I just thought it would be better. That's all. Just very disappointed.
Let's get to performances.
All I will say here is that Corey Sevier was severely underutilized. He's always great. And what I love about him is, you know, he can bring a real groundedness to a character. He's like an average Joe, but with heart and charm. But he always brings it down to earth, doesn't do too much, but enough, you know? Like, he was fantastic in Take Me Back for Christmas.
Yeah, agreed.
And Noel Next Door. He actually had to pull out some chops for Noel Next Door.
Yeah,
not that he didn't in the other
one. Character role,
but he
it's
actually
a lot different.
Is a character.
And in this one, he was way more like deer in headlights the entire time.
Yeah, like, am I in this movie?
I don't know.
I feel like he was saying, oh, here I am, I'm just showing up. Am I in this movie? I don't know. He's always great, and he was underutilized here.
Mechanic's got a kank.
That's why he didn't save the movie, because he was barely in it.
Yeah.
Really. I thought Catherine was good as the friend, but I almost felt like sometimes she was feeling like kind of a third wheel.
Well, the whole beginning of the movie, she was a third wheel.
Yeah. So no real standouts for me. I hate to say it.
Well, I mean, I was hoping that Corey Sevier would push this movie through to a good area, but yeah, he sadly just wasn't in it enough. He didn't have enough of a presence in this movie to make a difference. But I can say that Catherine Burrell is a standout for me. She was the least annoying thing about this movie.
True. Let's get to Nit Picky. Hit Picky.
Yeah.
Nit.
Oh yeah, I don't know why the four leads were so mesmerized by the Santa lists, like magic.
Yeah.
Like the Stampy, it's all very set up and like creepy. The Stampy he gives to Tori isn't magical or even coincidental. Like, he literally hijacks the girl's car right after that, immediately after giving them that, takes them to a place that literally sells those postcards and like tells her to buy it.
Yeah.
And then she goes to this like, it was just like, okay, this guy's completely completely just messing with your mind.
Yeah.
And the whole code inside the fortune cookie thing was like obviously and also like an obvious setup. It's like, how do you think it happened? It's like again.
Yeah, they were like,
again,
what?
check your purses and wallets. This guy's like nowhere to be found. It's like, I don't know any Kris Kringle. Anyways, that's when I knew this wasn't magic, but rather magic.
Illusions.
Illusions, Michael.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm renaming this movie The 12 Grifts of Christmas.
Oh.
Starring David Blaine.
Yes, you were saying he's doing David Blaine kind of stuff.
Yeah, he was doing like card tricks. Like,
You
check your pocket.
said that
And I'm
before
like,
the guy, the mayor in town, said, well, we like to refer to him as the illusionist. I'm like, oh my God, you were right.
I said
he
it
is
in the
like David Blaine.
I said it at the beginning of the movie because he was doing card tricks and stuff. I'm like, this is not Santa.
Oh, God.
Don't trust that Santa.
Yeah, I'm not.
Anyway.
I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed by the magic. Nit, if one more leading man is another mechanic, I will turn the movie off.
Wow, you just went to Group A, bro.
Maybe I did. But let's just try and think outside the box here for careers, for small town folks.
You mean outside the trunk?
Yes, outside the trunk. A florist, a baker, a bookstore owner, a restaurant owner.
None of those are outside the box. That's all the thing.
Okay, it's in the box, but okay, fine. I rephrase it. It's in the box.
It made more sense for this one.
But it's just variety.
It made more sense for this one because he had to friggin' drive around and just
it's a road trip movie.
randomly show up, right?
Okay, it's a road trip movie. Okay, all I'm saying is we've already had 3 different movies where the leading man is a mechanic. Okay, we're staying inside the box with all the ones I just mentioned, but let's at least like add some variety. That's all I'm saying.
It's crazy.
Variety.
Okay.
Nit, why did they always have to bump heads? I think it happened twice. And maybe
It
that doesn't
did.
sound like a lot, but it's twice
I was
too
waiting
many.
for the third one. No, because it happened. It happened twice within them meeting each other for like no time. And I was like, oh, Corey said he caught the Busby. He got a case of the Busbies.
Well, yeah, I guess. When it starts to become a gag or like a physical comedy trope thing, which doesn't even make sense.
I'm all
not
for
a fan.
slapstick. It's just it's not a way to be like, oh well, that could have been a kiss if we weren't like.
When it feels phoned in, like it did here, when it feels like, oh, we need some sort of connection to happen again. Why don't we have them bump heads again? It's cute.
Maybe this entire movie was just a concussion-fueled fever dream caused by those collisions.
That would be a lot more interesting.
They just come out like.
That would be interesting.
Oh! And he's just there, and then they kiss, and that's it.
We can only hope.
Okay. Hit.
Okay, magic. Points for trying.
Yeah.
I love the idea of a Christmas town. I mean, we even have an idea that we have.
You already said too much.
Sorry, I'm saying too much. But I love the idea of a Christmas town. So much potential. They could have gone a lot harder.
Agreed.
With it. Yeah. Nit. This is really small.
This is a graphic designer's nit.
I'm sorry. The flyer for the Enchanted Forest of Lights. They're looking at it in the car and then they look at it again later on. From the front of it, it looks like they didn't crop it out. Like crop out the 8.5 by 11 paper it was printed on.
It looks pretty brass.
If it was supposed to be in like an official flyer, maybe she printed it out at home and brought it with her, who knows? But it was folded.
Maybe.
It was folded.
It did look kind of like it
properly.
was just like a ticket size on a normal piece of paper that was folded in half, right?
When they turned it around on the back, the white part that was still left kind of looked like snow coming off the page. So I was like, I see what you're doing there, but the front of it made it look like you didn't trim it and there's all this white margin, huge white margin around it. I don't know, the graphic designer in me just reacted very strongly to it.
Is that called the margin for error?
No,
No.
the margin of error. Yeah.
Nit. Everything Christmas everywhere at this. I can't.
Didn't you write it down? I gave it to you.
I actually didn't figure it out.
Everything Christmas everywhere all the time.
All the time. Wait.
All the time.
Everything Christmas everywhere all the time. And when I
Okay.
saw the thing at the beginning, I was like, oh, I wanted to read what that was. We couldn't pause it. I thought it was going to be like every Christmas an angel gets his wings or something like that.
Do you think they're really trying to riff off of everything everywhere all at once?
A little bit, because they just kind of got swept up into other Christmas dimensions by this random.
Bad.
Bad. Okay.
Feels like I'm hating on this. I think I am a little, but okay, look, I don't hate any of these movies, really. Just some of them are really bad.
Oh yeah, I mean,
You know?
even the ones we didn't enjoy very much, we still enjoyed.
Of course, they're about Christmas, and there's always a happy ending, and there's always a level of comfort, right? So
Yeah.
obviously we're gonna enjoy it. Like, we do kind of want to see some actual filmmaking, storytelling, and great
Well,
performances
whatever.
and merit.
We were waiting for a stinker, and this wasn't a stinker enough to like really make fun of it.
It was my first real stinker, I
Yeah,
think.
this is, well, on that
get into
note,
it.
let's bring up the Christmas meter.
Yeah.
Heavier.
I am going to give everything, I was gonna say everything everywhere. Everything Christmas, 4 calling birds.
Nice.
There's a definite miss. That's a miss, for sure.
And I'm going to give everything Christmas 3 French hens.
You actually went lower than I thought you would.
Well, I was
guys,
put off at the end. I was like, okay, I can ride this one into a near miss and be okay with it. But I was like, oh no, you just ruined the magic, and it's creepy and BuzzFeed.
It was a miss.
Yeah.
Let's get to the list.
Okay, bringing it down. There you go. Quick.
Christmas party.
No. Ice skating.
No. Tree decoration. Yes.
We definitely got that.
Even though she mucked it up, she fell.
Oh, I can't.
Of course she fell. Of course.
Of course she fell.
God.
Santa.
Definitely. Yes.
I mean, does it count? Yeah.
Creepy Santa.
Does
but
it count?
Santa.
Yeah, he was dressed okay. Yeah.
Hot beverage, yes.
Yeah.
Remember they were deciding between hot cider and hot chocolate? Are you a cider or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate, but I've only really had cider like once or twice.
I don't even know if I've had hot cider.
I mean, I've had like cold cider.
All right.
A snowball fight or a snowman?
Was there a snowman?
Maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think so. A Christmas market. I don't know.
yeah.
There was like a store in the town there.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
So yes,
There's
okay.
zero. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Caroling?
No. Mistletoe kiss.
No.
No, they should have had that.
Character obsessed with Christmas?
Yes.
Yay!
That's good.
We got it.
Holiday tradition. I would say yes. I would say yes because she was supposed to go to this place with her grandmother. You have to put an ornament on the tree. There's a
Yeah,
bunch-
again, that's another one of those things where it's like, oh, we never found the time. It's like, she's your grandmother and she died. Like, I
Well,
don't know.
who knows?
I know.
Yeah, who knows about that? That's fine.
And Christmas magic.
Yes. Needed more of it.
It was present.
This was a miss for us, guys, but please
Yeah.
let us know what you thought about it. Where would you put it on the Christmas meter? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already.
We'll see you very soon for our next review.
And bye.
Bye.